Yeah, everyone, Epcot 1986 EO here, back from my trip from Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida, and I had an amazing time. One thing that I love to do is to stay at one of the big three resorts on the monorail loop. I live in New York, and just getting to the parks, it's a whole big ordeal. I'm not the best flyer, and driving 24 hours would make me want to fling myself out the vehicle. So, we don't get to go too much. We save up, and we go all out when we go. So one of the greatest things I love to do is go resort hopping on the monorail loop. Whichever resort you're staying at, the Contemporary, the Polynesian, or the Grand Floridian, you can take that resort loop around and just visit all of the hotels. I love it. What really amazes me is how large each resort is individually. You could take each resort, put them on opposite ends of the earth, and I think they would be so successful just on their own, even without the theme parks around. The resorts are so themed and so well put together and have their own atmosphere to them that you could probably get away with that. Now, that's something that Disney should definitely look into. Making some themed resorts that are Disney and just putting them all over the place. Have a ski one. Put it somewhere in Colorado or something, and just have it Disney. I think it would be absolutely amazing. There are some really awesome resorts out there, like Atlantis in Bahamas, or Nassau Island, I think it was. And those resorts don't have any theme parks with them, but they're exactly like what Disney has to offer. It's its own full resort. So let's have some fun here. I'm going to play Disney Imagineer, and I'm going to design a resort. Where it's going to go, who knows, but I'm going to design a cool resort. So here's something I made up. This is Disney Olympic Village. As you can see here, you've got the Olympic rings, and they signify the games and sporting, because I don't believe Disney has anything besides ESPN that does anything with sports. So I thought this would be nice because the Olympics is a worldwide thing. I didn't want to do a movie-themed one because they seem to have that covered already. So I just kind of threw this together. It took me a couple hours. I researched, did Disney have any affiliation with the Olympics? And the only thing I could find was the Disney Games. Here I took the rings. I laid the blue oval down. That's a Disney hotel. Yellow could be the hotel too. The black ring I stood up as a dome. That would be an indoor water park. And I thought that the green ring would be kind of like a biodome, and the red ring would be, with the Mickey, would be the whole recreation, the whole Olympics themed park. And of course you can have an indoor ski and snowboard hill. Now, they have one of these in New Jersey, USA. I thought of doing it this way so everything can be temperature controlled in its own environment. So it can be placed anywhere. You know, throw in a bobsled ride. That would be neat. Very popular in the Winter Games. And then add a luge and a skeleton track side by side. Of course, if it were the Olympics, you would need the torch. The torch could be a futuristic Cinderella's castle with rooms and observatories. And it can actually have the fireworks fire from the torch itself. Be pretty cool. Here's another quick idea I had of taking a Saturn V rocket, making it into a skyscraper, like a 25 to 26 story skyscraper, and just simply putting a whole bunch of resort type rooms in there. Have a cool pool. The restaurant at top would be a observatory restaurant with telescopes. That VIP would be like the LEM, the landing module. You could actually, like, the room would be modeled after the landing module. And of course it'd be like a futuristic hotel, so it'd be completely smart. It's just weird because you're using like an old Saturn V rocket. I was like, well, would I use a SpaceX rocket? I mean, what's the future for us today? It's hard to tell because we're kind of already there. You know, we're sending things into space. Here's like what one of the rooms would look like. You know, with like a bed at front and all types of controls on the wall. It'd be like a really cool coffee table in the middle or something like that. Projection screens for the TV, so you can make it whatever you want. If you wanted to make it like a starscape, just a couple silly ideas I was throwing around. It's fun. I create them real quick on this Fire Alpaca program with this little graphics tablet that I bought for like $25 off eBay, and it's fun. I'm playing Disney Imagineer. So who knows? Maybe you have some ideas for some resorts or some other hotel type ideas that Disney could use and put all over the planet, and just keep the production quality and the engineering to that Disney standard. So maybe you have some ideas for some cool resorts and hotels. Leave it in the comments. Get at me, everyone. Epcot 1986 EO here. Everyone, have a good day. Later on.